There we go. Okay. Woo. How is everybody doing tonight? Okay, so as you can all see in the lovely title, we're going to be working on phase 4. I've taken a peek at phase 4. I don't like it. Now, the fun part is, let me see if I ended up doing it or not. I did not. I was thinking of doing like we did before and just pretty much bypassing everything and doing a phase 4 blueprint. Oh. I'm really tempted to. But I don't know if I want to do that. Like, some part of me wants to do it the right way. And another part of me is like, oh, it's going to be so much work. But it's kind of what this is about. Doing the jobs. Not to mention, we still have a lot of stuff to do before we even get there. So, without further ado, let's hit that continue button. I don't think I've done anything since I last streamed. Trying to remember what we were doing. Okay, we were working on aluminium. Let's see. I could potentially we're gonna leave the horse alone. Let's see. So that's good. We're gonna keep getting that aluminium. And let's work on some of these other little factories. And since we are here, let's go ahead and just knock some of this stuff down. Oh, I am out of biofuel. And packaged fuel is something else probably going to want to start working on sooner rather than later. But for right now, we're going to pretend. I also need to start getting bauxite over here. Alright, so that needs circuit boards. Aren't we making circuit boards? Copper sheets. Come down, turn. Here come our circuit boards going this way. Alright, so what else am I missing? I got wire and circuit board. So computers. Nope. Rubber. Gotcha. Alright, so we're going to have to bring in some rubber. And lots of bauxite. So we're going to let that run for right now. And then this is rubber, which we should have a good bunch of. Come on, Nimrod. Should have a good bunch of too. There you go, rubber. Okay, you are making computers that are going into there. You should be getting some rubber here shortly. Honestly, you're just short of the circuit boards. So let's make a pop over here. What are we needing? We are needing... Oh, that's a lot of motors. All right, so we just need some aluminum sheets and some radio control units. So we need 100 of these, so we'll make those real quick. And we're up to 54. And then we're going to have to make some radio control units, which are in here somewhere. Okay, we can actually make 44. We are going to have to make so much stuff. Oh, I needed one more. There we go. Now we are just going to make a whole bunch of these real quick. Now, some part of me wants to do something a little funsies. Some part of me is like, no, that's a bad idea. I kind of want to download a factory for each of these places. So, like, for the radio control unit, have its own factory. And for the crystal oscillator, have their own. I feel like the logistics in that would not hold up too well. Because I know those crystal oscillators, we're going to have to work on those. We're going to need the computers going up and a little bit faster. So I'm very curious at what our best bet would be for this. Aside from scrapping and starting a new... Which honestly may not be a bad idea. Luckily we make 2 of these at a time. And then we are going to set up a drone port. And so we can have drones bringing the rubber back and forth. And there we go, almost there. Sorry, just pulling up the control room so I can see what's going on the stream, make sure everything's going well. There we go. Plops that down there. Okay, pop those in there, those, and away it goes.
Milestone reached. Drones provide automated low-capacity aerial transport between drone stations. Stations need to be supplied with any kind of fuel for the drones to function. Fixit had several restrictions in place prohibiting creative use of drones. I have since removed those because I think no pioneer would ever misuse Fixit property right under their noses. Especially since everything is recorded.
Alright, so we're gonna need some aluminum sheets. Single drone. We have one other port assigned as transport destination. Huh. So we're gonna have to make the port and the drone itself. Okay. So I guess then raises the question, is it going to be better to do it that way or to have a truck, I think, go from here, or is it this one? From one of these two all the way back down, essentially. Oh, the questions. All right, let's try this just because we've never done it before. So we're going to need sheets and casings. So we're going to need 110 sheets. It's a good thing we got a lot of aluminum going in. Although those copper ingots are going to become an issue. Okay, and then these take 32 of those apiece. We're going to have to automate that. All right, hold on. Let's see. Production. I think a constructor would do it. Here, I'll just go right there. Let's see. Will you do it? You will. Look at that. Okay, so... Boop. Might as well just plug you into right there. We need a splitter. And you into you. There we go. That's better. Now we will just take one of yous. Like so. Alright, that'll take care of the casings. That's making 60 a minute, so it's going to take a while. Okay, so I guess now we just wait. And by wait, I mean we come over here and we just make a bunch of our own. Alright, so that number should steadily go up. It's the radio control units we're going to have issues with. They really should just take the time and, you know, plot and plan properly. And just, like, back do all this. So start with the whole, this is what we want, this is what we're getting. Okay, so there's that. So now we go into the casings. So let's see how this goes. We go to a drone port. I don't know how much room we need for this, which is going to be the issue. Alright, so if we move that over one and back a couple. And then we just throw a drone on it. Alright, so I don't think we're going to have any issue with the logistics on this part of it. Because with how little rubber this is actually taking, I feel like we could probably get away with a Mark II. This is going to be your fuel. Let's see. Wonder if I could steal some coal. Or just have it refuel at the other one, maybe? Alright, just because it's going to be this. As far as fuel here... Alright, so I need to figure out where my rubber went. I don't remember where I was getting it from. And let's see, what's going to be our next thing? Logistics would not be bad. Turbo motors, minor Mark III, and thermal propulsion rocket. That's part of the... Okay. So we're going to need supercomputers and fused... There's the fused. So I guess, honestly, I think my best bet is just going to be to find a spot and start building stuff. Go figure. And now, where, oh where would I have put oil? Or extra rubber in this case. I honestly do not remember what I had coming in here. Let's see. We had plastic and rubber coming in. And I don't even know if I'm going to need any of that stuff for the next phase. Let's head upstairs and take a look. Assembler is in... Oh, it is. So for the assembly director system, I'm going to need to make supercomputers and adaptive control units. So I could potentially make that off of here. I think that's the only one I have access to right now. Yeah. Now, the good thing is all of these are shut off. So these will just store up all this stuff until they backflow, that is. So I guess now I follow back to see where the rubber is coming from. I thought it was this one. So I think my other one is strictly power. Okay, so we'll take a look. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay, so yes, the heavy oil residue. Oil is going in. To here. Into these guys to make the rubber and residue. So yes, this one was strictly for that. This system fed that side. All of the fuel go in. Okay. Which means it is the other oil drop up there? Highlight that one. Okay, we'll start making our way that way. Because for whatever reason, I, for the life of me, cannot remember where this was at. Way out yonder. So we'll make our way that way. Which then I think raises the old age question. To drone or to truck? there we go. I mean, in all honesty, a distance this is blah blah blah. A distance this far isn't that bad. But I think a drone might just make it a little easier. Okay, so we have a couple fuel. We have packaged fuel. Alright, so where is all of my rubber coming from? Because it's full again. Alright, hold on. Let's see. So this, I think, is just getting sunk. Alright, so we have that there. Yep, this is all going into the awesome sink. Okay. Which means we'll throw on our hover pack. Is that just the overflow? Okay. So I'm going to need a U. And I want to make rubber. That's polymer resin. I need residual rubber? Okay. So 40 polymer resin, 40 water makes 20 rubber. What are you coming from? You are only making that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's see. We're going to throw that back on there just for the time being. Drone port is going to be a little weird. We're going to be making rubber there. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of like shipping it off from right here. Transport drone port. No, let's up that. Alright, so then we're going to need logistics. We're going to need a splitter. Let's see. Oh, wrong side. Do like that. Nice. I'm gonna need water, which we have coming in, over, in. Gonna need a T-junction. Oop, what did I do? Alright, now I need the splitter. Okay, so logistics, smart splitter. And then we need a merger. Alright, so center output will be overflow, right output will be any. Let's say, yeah, that'll cool down once this gets going. We have rubber going in. We will take a tier 2. Okay, so this port will go to our lambda. Power. Let's throw in a smart splitter. Hold on. That's none. That one will be any. Insufficient fuel, 0 stacks per minute. So I think otherwise this is set and ready. Seems like it's doing good there. That's taking 40 water. That's taking 20. George, I think we're good. Now to get back home. There we go. Reconnected, and it feels so good. And we can just throw a load of packaged fuel in once we get there. And we can do our first drone takeoff. Okay. So, I have been thinking of doing something. Starting over fresh. And essentially only using railroads and other similarly liked items. Yes, I think I have everything hooked up now. Let's throw the rubber. Can I throw it in the incoming? I can. Nice. I need some packaged fuel. So it takes 47 per trip. I don't know how much it can hold, though. Let's go, buddy. Glad that thing's got some distance. So let's sort that. All ports. He's going. He's en route. Takes 3.4 stacks a minute. Consumes 17.53 a minute. Okay, so we're going to let that run. See what happens. All right, now let's go take a look at what we can do next. I feel like nuclear power would probably be pretty good. As would probably making a hazmat suit. Okay, so plutonium pellets encased in concrete for nuclear power. So the waste, that's the issue. Okay, so mildly radioactive, made from uranium ore. Caution produces uranium waste. Non-fissile uranium can be extracted, handled with caution. I'm not there yet. I know I'm not there yet. But I know I'm going to have to be there soon. This, I think, was the stuff. Or it might be the plutonium pellets. Yeah, I'm going to have to for the nuclear pasta. All right, let's... Let's do this one real quick. So, reinforced iron sheets, we need 600. We need encased industrial beams times 400. And then aluminum sheets we make on our own. I feel like I should have copper synced in somewhere. Do I have any extra copper is the next question. Mild hold up here, so smart splitter. Let's see. Organization into a dimensional depot. Left will be overflow. And that gets that little bit of extra copper that we may or may not need. And I also do want to rework this so bad. Okay. So now we just make 200 of these. $84 out of 200. Oh, okay. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Like, some part of me feels like I need to unlock all of this stuff before I build the next factory. Because I also know I'm going to want to build another drone port. Because these are going to take some of those other supplies that if I remember right. Which actually may not be a bad thing to set up at least this part if I can. 5, 98, 201. All right, let's see. Right, we'll launch that.
Milestone reached.
Dog, I don't want to eat your head. I'm sorry.
Milestone to the conveyor belt and lift Mark 5.
Let's
they may
see.
be implying that your factory could be further optimized. While they are correct, I believe they are setting unreasonable expectations. Having all of humanity very definitely relying on your work is a lot of pressure. It's a good thing I'm here.
Right, so supercomputers is going to be the next part. All right, let's take a look real quick. So hold on. I'm going to need AI limiters. Turn what the button is. All right, so AI limiter. So we're going to need Caterium and copper. We're going to need an oil node. Copper, caterium. That can come from the oil node. So we don't even need iron, really. And silica, or we could do the plastic. Alright, so let's see. We need... I think caterium will be the harder to find. There's our node. There's one over by the space elevator. And then copper. So boop and boop. So maybe somewhere in here? Because then the other thing would be oil. Which I know of our 2 nodes. So yeah, maybe up this way. Or we go explore over this way some. So, I mean, it wouldn't be horrible to import, like, a piece of this. Oop, wrong way. I know right now we can at least get the... What are they? Turbo motors? I know we can at least get those going because we have plastic and the AI control unit. Advanced control unit. Yeah, because I know we got both of those pieces already going towards where the space elevator is. And maybe we can plot out some new areas once we get there. I think that's the biggest thing. I just don't know where to go. Like, there are people that love this game and they map every little bit of it out, and I'm not one of them. Alright, so let's build a little bit more. Now, if we go to production, assembler... do like so. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I need the supercomputers. Alright, so these supercomputers going to be the hard part. Let's see. Throw that on our back. Because this stuff I can transport out with without too much of an issue at all. So, do I want to go exploring? Or what do I want to do? Let's go to the satisfactory calculator real quick. And for those of you that do not know what the satisfactory calculator is, it is this lovely thing that shows you where everything is. So we'll go in here, and to get to your stuff, you go there, app data, local, factory games, saved games, boop. And that's my latest one at 1120, correct? And we just open that, and it shows you everything. So, what I'm going to want to look for, I don't want to see really any of this. I want to see resource nodes. I don't really care about small rocks. Pure, normal, impure. My resource nodes. I think those are hot zones, like where there's nasties. All right, so I want to see. I do want to see iron. No, I don't. We'll do copper, caterium. Can you show the whole map? You are not private. All right, reveal all map. There we go. So that's copper, caterium. And we'll show crude oil as well. See if we can find an area where it's got a little bit of everything. So caterium and copper. Oh, right here has a copper and a caterium. Okay. And there's a normal oil node not terribly far away. But if I have to bring in plastic, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Like, not at all. Nice. So next options. Those are all caterium. Got copper. Normal node of each. And a lot of oil, too. So could build a little sub base down there, maybe? Only caterium. Got copper and caterium, both pure. And that wouldn't be too far of a stretch. I think this upper right section is going to be our spot. Okay, let's see. I already got a miner on that one. We do have another one right there. It would just be getting the plastic in, which I could send over on a drone. Let's see. And honestly, it's kind of right near where we have all this. So if we build a secondary little loop right here or somewhere, because I don't think I was bringing in the caterium or anything. I was only using one of the copper nodes. And it wouldn't be too far to run the power. So let's go take a look at that option. I'll stick that down there. Nice. So go take a look and see. It's right around where we have the copper coming in already. let's see. And there's some water here. Alright, so there's another copper node. Now there should be a Caterium node right here too. Like right here. $645 away. $991, $431. Alright, let's do... Actually, hold on. Alright, let's see. Where are you? Aha. Nice. That also means we have quartz. So we will go around that. Good bit of quartz, too. Are you down below or up top is going to be the real question. You're down below. Or way up top. There's always two sides to every coin. Nope. Okay, so we got slugs, we got water. And there's Caterium. Lots of Caterium. Nice. So we do have a way out right there. Or we can go up. So let's see. I really need to just make a blueprint for the miners. so production miner Mark II. I don't have any portable miners, of course not. I think you're in there. Make a handful of these real quick. Okay, so get rid of that. Now we'll throw in that Mark II. Okay, so I got no idea where I'm going with this just yet. Let's see. Throw on that guy. Okay, so we do already have power here too, which is pretty nice. This guy's the worst. Okay, there goes that. Nice. So if we pop off of this guy and just come there, our hover pack will work again. I'm becoming very reliant. But I think this would be a pretty good spot to build. So you could build out straight that way. So let's see. Blueprints. Foundation. And this will always give us an option for up. There we go. There we go. That looks a little more better. Alright, so now we'll take you and hook up a regular power pool there. My cooling systems, mycelia. Mycelia. We need a superposition oscillator, which we know nothing about. Lovely. Okay, I think that covers all of the many parts. Okay, and we can use underneath as a staging zone. So I guess we just start working backwards now. I'm gonna try to do this somewhat decently. Okay, so we're gonna do assembly director system. So we need 2 adaptive control units and 1 supercomputer. So supercomputer is 4 parts. So we're gonna need a manufacturer. And you are going to be making supercomputers. So we need a regular computer. Computer, which is going to be another 3. You're going to be a computer, and I think we're going to use the Caterium. You're going to need circuit boards, which we're going to need silica and copper for. All right, so for base unit stuff, we're going to need copper, which is going to be from a copper sheet. We're going to need silica. So you're going to be silica, which comes from raw quartz. And you are going to be copper sheets, which comes from copper. So we're going to bring in the copper from over there. I think we're going to smelt it first. And then those 2 can feed directly in. Wait, no. From that, we're going to make the silica board, which then will feed in. So boop to boop to boop, which takes care of the circuit boards. We're going to need quick wire, which is going to come from the Caterium, which is coming from over there. and then the rubber. So that will be set. From there, we will take a computer. We need an AI limiter, which is Caterium wire and copper. All right, so that's going to be Caterium wire and copper for that. Then we're going to need another one of you. To be making high-speed connectors, which also means we're going to need cable. All right, so you are going to be wire. You're going to be cable. You're going to be copper sheets. You're going to be silica. Oh, what was the other thing? Quick wire. We're going to have to drone in, I believe, the plastic, the rubber. All right, so yeah, all we're going to have to drone in is the plastic and the rubber. So we are going to need transport, a drone port, which we need a couple things for. So I should be able to get, honestly, all of that from the other facility. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet. So that takes care of that. Let's go ahead and do a crafting bench. Let's start knocking out some sheetage. And how many of these do we need? We needed 110. So we're already halfway there. $96, $99, $102, $105, $108, $111. Now we need these guys. Those crystal oscillators are going to mess us up in the end. I already know it. Hold on. So this takes 2 computers. Take a look at our computer production here in a moment. Because we may be able to build this over there and just throw in the crystal oscillator because we have everything over there anyways. Okay, 21. Okay. This can now go away. We want a drone port. I can't see anything that's going on here. Get me out of there. Which of you actually has to be on? Alright, so you're making an AI limiter. You need sheets and quick wire. And I believe you are quick wire. Actually, we'll deal with logistics after. Because I do kind of want everything going under where we don't see it. Cable, circuits board, and quick wire. So we're going to need a lot of quick wire. So that's 52 and a half. 210. 100. How much quick wire do we make in what? 60. We make 60. Okay, so I know that we're going to need one more of you up ahead. We'll do 3 quick wire. And we'll probably end up having to overclock. We are going to need some silica. We are going to need wire and then cable. Copper sheets. There we go. I wish I could set what these guys were to bring. And then let's see. I want to get rid of this wire. I want this to be, like, neat and clean. Oh, I don't have the floor one. Hold on, can I build... organization? Is there not a floor option? Guess not. Well, in any case, this is still going to be a lot nicer and neater. Please hold. Cat is meowing. I got no idea what this little thing wants. Alright, so let's see. Copper. Ooh, I see wire. So let's see. There we go. Before I do all the searching, is there a closer copper node? No. Okay. Okay, we're gonna have to figure this one out a little different. I guess we'll start at our minor and work our way over. Okay, so let's see. Get a little closer to that. And if we do, let's see. Okay, so this is also going to give me the quartz I need. Alright, so let's see. Foundations, ones. Boop. And let's see, a minor Marco 2. Okay, so I think the trick here is going to be foundation. And then let's see, logistics, floor hole, floor hole. I'm going to want to mark 4 on this one. And a mark 3 on that one. Okay, there we go. Now, since I completely spaced to do it over there, and that'll give us a chance to put in floor holes as well. So let's see, we're going to need smelters. And we'll do a splitter. Maybe I'd be better off doing it the other way. Let's see. Production. Alright, and then splitter right there and right there. Okay. And then let's see. We do logistics, lift. A Mark 4. And then a merger. And then we just need another floor hole. Right about like so. And those are going to be all copper. Okay. That was a bit of a little run. Alright, so I guess we start with copper, although I did no numbering here. And I probably should have. Alright, hold on, let's see. Alright, so let's take a look at our production planner. Hold on. Short ads. Make website run well. All right, so we want one. Is it a supercomputer we were going for? No, after a supercomputer. We were going for these. Now, how many of those were we going for a minute? Just to keep our numbers nice. 1.875. 1.875. Although we're only going to need one of these. Why is it saying I'm going to need so many of these? Why? I wonder if it hasn't been updated yet. But we can also completely knock out this section. All right, we're winging it. You guys go back down here. All right, so we need 7.5 computers. This is going to make us 3.75. There's our 7.5. All right, so let's see. We're going to need copper, copper. And we'll throw in the silica one now, too. Let's see. I guess we can work on numbers after, maybe? Okay, let's see. Nope. Logistics. I need a splitter. And a merger. Okay, so that takes care of those. Now, do I want to drop every one of these? Let's see. Caterium is coming in from over there. We should see Caterium running up shortly. $240, going at $480. Yeah, so we could have stuck with 3, but might as well. Alright, so that's all of the basic resources hooked up. Okay, so... Why am I doing this? I don't know. I just think it might look nicer than what I normally do. Alright, so that'll take care of that. Those guys are going to come out at 60 a minute. You're coming out at 37 and a half. Silica do I need? It's copper and quick wire. Okay, so that's a perfect one. You're coming out at 10 a minute. We need 25. So we will just bloop, bloop, and bloop. And you're going to be coming out at 30. You need 60. It's quick wire. We needed cable. 37 and a half. $7.5. There we go. So we'll need 75 wire. Perfect. So this first set needs copper and quick wire. Okay, so so this one is copper sheets. And let's see, that's copper, silica. Means these ones are going to be quick wire. Oh, my fingers are falling asleep. Alright, so that takes 100 quick wires. So we're going to need 1 and a portion of those. So we're going to need a merger. And a splitter. Into another splitter. I gotta get used to which way these go out. Okay, and you need copper sheets and silica. You need 27.5 copper sheets. Oh, we're gonna need more copper sheets, aren't we? Boop. Whoops. I see your silica copper sheets, 27.5. Okay, so we'll do copper sheets down a little bit. And then we'll do a splitter. This one will go into there. And that one will go into there. And then let's see how well we're working so far. Okay, so we'll just give it a second. Why are you guys not working? You don't have Caterium coming in. Says you have Caterium. have Caterium going in? What am I missing? You got juice. Okay. So let's try this again. Let's see if that one starts kicking off. Those aren't connect. Oh, no, those are connected. I need ingots. I'm a dope. Okay, so now that I figured that out, we just need smelters. Caterium makes 15. How many do we need? Only takes 12, so 3 will do us. And let's see, we need organization, logistics, we need a splitter. There we go. Now I think we're actually cooking with fire. Alright, so these are making 15 a minute. Takes 45. There we go. Now we're working. And you're just waiting on quick wire. So you are making AI limiters and circuit boards. You need circuit boards. Circuit boards, cable, and quick wire. So circuit boards, cable, quick wire. And these can all just be ones. You are AI limiters. You are circuit boards. Copper sheet, silica, cable, circuit, quick. Make that the quick, the cable, circuit. Are you not getting any? Maybe we need to do this a different way. Mark for all the way down. One, two. Out to in. Oh, I did a smart splitter. Okay, so now that should be good. Now, what was I doing over here? Cable, quick wire, circuit board. So this should be cable. Let's see. Quick wire. And then circuit boards are going to come out. Right there. Which means AI limiters. Are going to go to the next stop. And let's see. You're not getting any wire. You're not getting any copper ingots. And let's see. Does that fix everything? You're working. You're working. You're okay. Everything's working now. We're all happy. Oi. So now we should start getting some cables. It should start coming through. That's making a high-speed connector, which needs to bypass and go here. So high-speed connector from there to there. You also need the AI limiter and the computer. So there's the computer. AI limiter is going to come from over here. We need to flip-flop that one. Computer, high-speed connector, AI limiter, so just need plastic. You need quick wire rubber circuit board. Alright, so let's see. Quick wire, rubber, circuit board. You're making AI, so I need the second one. Circuit boards are going up to make a high-speed connector, so I just need a splitter. Alright, so that should take care of that. Quick wire, we have one coming off of here. Can I split this, please? Let's see. That's the case. Yeah, I'm gonna want to switch this with these. Alright, there's that and that. Nice, I need plastic and rubber. So outgoing and fuel. Alright, so I'm gonna need split plastic and rubber. Split plastic to the computer. Rubber. Alright, so rubber, then plastic. And then these are going to be the adaptives on that side. Alright, so smart splitter center will be plastic. Left will be rubber. If I can remember how to spell rubber. And then this side will be the adaptive control units. Okay. Let's see. Holy crud. Okay, so I think I just need to hook you up to you. And you'll be all set. And then you should get going as soon as we get plastic, which means we need rubber. I feel that one. Okay, so. Oh, turbo fuel over here, maybe, question mark. Or is there coal over here somewhere? Okay, so I'm splitting coal off from somewhere over there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we just need a drone port. And I'm probably also going to want to throw some sort of overflow of some sort. Okay, that's the direction I need. So let's see. Drone port. We're going to need coal and the adaptive control units. We could probably just jank right off of this line, to be honest with me. We have coal right there. Alright, so now let's see. Transport. Let's see what that looks like. Think about like that. Oi, we need plastic, rubber, and those units. Okay, let's see. So we'll start with the easy thing. Splitter. Right there. And then let's see, we'll also throw the drone right on there. Let that get going. And let's see, logistics. We'll do Mark 4 going in. It's a Mark 4, so we shouldn't have any issues with that per se. And we need a merger on the head of this thing. What if I have to do that before I stick something in? Is that what it is? Alright, so I just need to hook this up to power then. Oh, never mind. Okay, so I need packaged fuel. Let's see, other options. So I need the item from here. And then I could also use those two items drastically. Which honestly, yeah, they're full up. I need these. I could bring these, no problem. And then I could pop in the rubber and plastic until I figure out a better way to do it. Because I don't feel like running a line that whole distance again. So rubber, plastic. Wee. All right, so let's see. If I stick that in there, honestly, probably stick a bunch of these in there. Plastic, rhubarb. All right, how much rubber and plastic do we need of each? You're set. You're running. You're happy. You need 22 rubber a minute. You need 52 plastic, so twice as much plastic. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I didn't think that through. It's got to go through different things. There we go. I didn't even think about how slow that's going to be. Or any sort of buffering. So that guy's running. You have you don't have enough plastic. You're going to need 7.5 computers. You're making 7.5 a minute. Gotta figure out how to get turbo fuel over there. Actually, hold on. Drone. Nope, I wanted the codex, please. It says can use any fuel type, but it really can't. Oh, I don't want that. I want the codex. I want to know what's considered a fuel. I mean, I guess I could semi-automate that. All right, so that has rubber incoming. That has rubber outgoing. Unless I double them up. No, I don't like that idea. How hard would it be to go from here to somewhere where I could make oil? Apparently pretty darn. Alright, so you're happy. I'm not gonna plop some plastic in you. But you are constructing, so we're doing something right. Oh, yeah, I need to figure out the plastic and rubber and all the issues. I can't believe there's no oil anywhere here. Then turbo fuel is up here. And aside from shipping one down here, or honestly, even there, drone port to drone port over here. Because I could do turbo fuel. I could ship turbo fuel. Alright, so now I'm going to need 2 ports. So we can set up one. I need two. We're going to need two more ports. One to bring turbo fuel to here. And then one to refuel, essentially. So somewhat back to original plan. Alright, so let's see. Splitter. So let's see. Transport drone port. So let's see. We need sheets of aluminum. And then big thing's going to be radio controlled units. So we need about 70 sheets. And then I'm going to take a urination break because it's been a little while. And I may call it a night while I try to figure out more. I'm slightly concerned if that number's not going up higher. I might have to run back to the base and see why. I need 12 total. I have 7. There we go. Yeah, because there should have been plenty of time where that thing was building up now. I don't think they take that long. Excuse me. Nice, let's see. Logistics Mark 1. Let's see. Making sure I have the right one in there. And we'll do a 2 there. So then I'm going to need a drone here. This drone is going to go from here to Bori Spill. Okay, so that's good. And now we head back to Fluid Station. There we go. So that'll take care of those. I will have to build some sort of storage later on over there. Okay, so a drone port from here taking just fuel. Just so the fuel can fuel the other fueler. Ugh. Okay. So it looks like we do still have some turbo fuel going into the Awesome Sink, so that'll work out well. Alright, so let's see. Add one more of those. Yeah, there's something going on with our casings. Or did I forget to hook them? No, I had to have hooked them up to this. I didn't have to. I know myself well enough by now. Alright, so sheets. High-speed connectors. We can make 43 of. We just need 20. I do at some point need to make dedicated factories for everything, but it's so daunting. Especially without having all the power I need right now. $17, 18, 19, and 20. Alright, I need what? 2 more sheets. And then enough of these to make 11 of these. And while that's running, I'm gonna go pee. Oh, I do not know what's wrong with the cat, but they got a malfunction. And I just need 11 of these. We already got 2. I figured I'd make some extra casing since we keep running out. And then we can throw the turbo fuel into the drone to go to... It's a mess. Okay, so now this goes away. I'm using the wrong thing. I need my hover pack. That's smart splitting. We're going to do that. And then I need one of yous on yous. And then let's see, I need a splitter. There we go. Now that should hopefully completely get rid of our need for fuel issues. So this is going to go somewhere. Via red. You're going to go to via red and then come back. Okay, so you're still doing good. You're actually going to need some more polymer soon. Let's see. I do. Yes, I have it going into a surplus first. Okay. So I think I need to change out the smart splitter. For a regular splitter. There we go. Because you're staying topped up, but you need a little extra love. And you guys are making plenty. 90, 120 a minute. You're eating 40. You're eating 60, so that's 100. So we should honestly have some leftovers, plus we got whatever's coming from here, which is another 30. So yeah, we should have surplus. Then we have that up just for redundancy purposes. grab a full stack of that. Okay, I think that's what we were wanting. All ports. Baroma has insufficient fuel. I think this... Nope. Arlad. Where's Baroma? Okay. That one should be getting solved. I kind of forgot it was just right there. Okay, let's see. See if I can get over this way and just jump up that way. Look at that. It's almost like I can pretend I know what I'm doing. So we got to make sure that that drone is working properly. I see you do not have enough fuel. But it should hopefully be coming back with more. Here you are. And you're going to come down and land. Maybe? There that goes. And make sure we can see him over here so we can see what's going on. I feel like he's up to no good. Alright, there we go. That's where our fuel was. How much fuel are you going to suck up, buddy? There it goes. So it takes 46 a trip. Well, I'm catching a ride with you. Thank you. It's a lot of uranium. Dun, 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 dun. Should have just stayed on. Apparently, it would have been quicker. I see you're waiting on supercomputers. Supercomputers waiting on conductors. Do you have any in you? You have 5. Look at you. You glorious, glorious thing. Now, quick question. Can I stick storage containers to the underside? I cannot. Alright, so I have my smart splitter set up. So if I go to architecture, that should be low enough for everything. So now foundations down. Do that, then go da 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 da. Then this can be like a logistics floor, because I am learning what those are and how important they are. So let's look at architecture, big frames. So 1, 2. Okay, so that works out very lovingly. Then we just take some of these. Like so. So now it only looks like it's floating a little bit. organization. We want a small storage container right here just for these guys. Now these, we want one for rubber. All right, let's see. Let's do logistics, Mark 1s. Organization, storage. All right, so that throws the extra in there, which means I can throw that extra plastic in that one. The extra rhubarb in this one. Do I not have any extra rubber? Oh, okay. All right, so we're going to let that run. And we do need to hook up a floor hole opposite this guy. And then just a Mark 1. And there we go. .625 high-speed connectors. I think are coming from over here. Circuit boards, AI limiters. You're waiting on quick wire. Alright, so this one's making 60. We have plenty of Caterium. Let's go ahead and overclock this one. 120. I also do need to kind of check my power consumption here soon. We're doing good. Let's also take a look at It's missing high-speed connector, strangely enough. Let's see. Find the battery for this one. And select and save. Select icon, parts, rotors, modular frames, select icon, parts. I don't know why I don't do this more often, but I really should. Let's see, steel. They have a Tesla in here. That's kind of... Did I just go completely... Right there, steel. Let's see. This is going to be aluminum, which I think was right there. I need to go check on that. This is going to be copper parts. All right. That should be good. There we go. I love this hover pack. It's probably my favorite thing yet. But now that we have those going, let's head back. We can check the MAM. See what else we can potentially do. Keep forgetting we have water up here too. Although I don't know what we would use it for just yet. And I'm not sure what our throughput's going to be on, like, this guy. Although we have a good bit in there. Okay, we're good. That's working better than I thought it would. All right, and then back this way we go. The amount of lumens this flashlight must put out. Alright, and let's go see what's wrong with our little aluminum casings? Bauxite. We never sent bauxite over. I forgot to send the bauxite over. That's the whole point of this drone. Alright, let's see. Let's take a look, see where we got some bauxite. Hopefully it's near one of our drone sites already. Trying to see what's behind you, sir. Nice. I do not have a drone down there. That is my bauxite. Oh, okay. I think I'm going to call it a night. I think I'm going to see where the best place to get bauxite is. Or, like, the best place to set up an aluminum factory. And before I do that, though, hold on. Let's see, I need this. I can make that, but where's... There it is, hazmat suit. We just need some alclad aluminum. Which we can make. And we can finally make a hazmat suit. And also, boop. I don't know if that's better or worse. It gets rid of the computer in exchange for what not a CPU, a circuit board and some rubber. Not worth it. Not at the moment. Iron wire. Let's see. What can we finish? Alien technology. We need the power matrix, which we are nowhere near doing. Not really interested. I would like to get those and this. And I do need to start going down this trail a little bit. Oh, okay. Well, let me go make this, and then we are calling it a night. I do not know how many of these we're going to need. Alright, so hazmat suit goes on the body. Okay, there we go. Well, until next time, everyone, stay froggy.